Hey guys, how you guys doing? I'm back again. It's Yemi. Welcome to a new episode. Last week was interesting. I got some comments from y'all when I asked about people that don't respond, or when I ranted about people that don't respond when I ask how you guys are doing. So I'm asking again today since you asked me to continue asking. So how you guys doing today? What's going on with your life? How you guys doing? How you feeling? How has your week been? I'll tell you about mine. So I spent a better part of the weekend working on a production set, and that's pretty much how my weekend went. And before that, I was doing this writing course. I mentioned signing up for a writing course last week in my last episode, and I did sign up and I started the course. And the song of the week is kind of going to describe how I feel about the course. It didn't turn out in a way that I expected it to be. Like, it's not what I expected it to be, basically. Now, I signed up because I thought that it would be a writing course as per y'all going to teach me how to write and, focus on specific writing skills and stuff like that. But then it kind of focused more on how a writer should run a writing business. That's pretty much what the course was about. And I was just like, well, you're not going to run business without the skills, so where is the course for the actual skill? That's what I wanted to sign up for, but it didn't turn out to be that, and that's okay. Anyway, I'm not saying it's a complete waste of money. It's just what's not applicable to me right now. People that are doing master classes on different things, y'all should really be specific about what your course or what your class is going to cover, so people are not just signing up and wasting their time. I mean, if that's your strategy to waste people's money, God will deal with you. God will visit you, okay? But if you're just making mistakes, or you're not sure, you're not describing your course properly and stuff like that, it's unfair to people who are actually looking for certain skills, and then you're misleading them. Anyway, that aside, the song of the week is this song by Casting Crowns. Yeah, that's it. Wait, let me just Google it for a second. So it's song of the week, the song that kind of relates to my experience with that writing course, is this song by Casting Crowns. I'll have the link in the description as usual. Does anybody hear her? The first verse of that song, or is this stanza they call it? The first verse of that song is kind of that's what I can relate to right now for this week. So go and listen to the song. If you've never heard it before, go and listen to it. Yep. And second song of the week, there's no second song of the week. Okay, I gave you guys 2 for 2 weeks back to back, so this week is just going to be 1. Maybe next week I'll have another one. I mean, I have other songs running through my mind, but that's the song that kind of woke me up this morning. And I thought about it when I woke up, and I was like, yeah, that's going to be the song of the week. Anyway, today's adventure, or today's topic, today's discussion, or today's rant is pretty much about skincare. I did mention last week I asked people about what skincare advice they have received, and what kind of, what's the worst one they've tried, what's the worst one they have heard of. I went through Twitter, and then I was just looking for skincare advice here and there. The song for today, for this week, also kind of relates to my battle with acne. Okay, so backstory, I have dealt with acne for 16 years. I suffered for 19 years. So I've had acne for that long, more than half of my life, and it's been an interesting ride, I must say. I have tried all kinds of products, and I was introduced to a lot of products quite early. I just say that I'm just going to go through I went through Twitter, and I found all sorts of, skincare advice, and I'm just going to go through them and let you know which one I've tried, which one I have not tried, which one is weird to me and stuff, and I'll let you know my experience, okay? So I pretty much just searched for the worst skincare advice people have received, and I'm going to go through them right now. So this one says, using black soap as a cleanser for my face, and using ACV, which I guess is apple cider, and witch hazel toners. Well, I have not tried. I've used ACV. I did that at a point in my life, probably for a couple of weeks. It wasn't doing anything particular to my face, so I pretty much dumped it shortly after. Witch hazel, I think I would have used product that contained witch hazel. I think it just dries the skin and does nothing else, and that's just annoying because your skin just gets super oily after, so I don't do that anymore. And lemon, I used lemon quite early. I think I was 10 or 11, so I used lemon around that period because that's what my parents told me to do. And see, it wasn't the lemon that you have here. The one in this Canada is different. The kind of lemon that you have in Nigeria, they are green and their skin is so rough. So they will now tell me to use that rough skin to like scrub my face. Well, let's just say that it multiplied the acne and God knows what. So I haven't used lemon on my face in a while. Let me see. This other one says black people don't use sunscreen. Now, my initial issue with using sunscreen was at the time when I was getting a lot of skin burns, sunburn rather. There was no sunscreen that was really nice for dark skin people or for black people in general. So, and that's pretty much when I was in uni, like early uni days. That's roughly 2010, right? Yeah, 2010, 2011, around that period. And there was no sunscreen for black people at that point. But now there are a lot of brands out there that are good for dark skinned people. So you definitely need sunscreen. This one says she had eczema and she was told to soak her skin in Selsun Blue, which is like a shampoo, and then all the eczema will go away. I think there was something I had when I was younger, and my mom had this thing that was prescribed. It was prescribed, and then I don't know what I had. I can't remember what skin problem I had, but they gave my mom this solution in like, it was kind of bluish. I don't know if that's the product she's talking about, but it's kind of blue, and they had to, because it was weird for me to come out. So basically what happened was that they had to rub that thing all over my body, and then I had to stand in the sun for it to dry on my body, and then go take a bath after. That's kind of what, I was pretty young, maybe like 5, I don't remember. But yeah, because we're living in Lagos and it was just weird. It was weird for me to come out naked to the apartment. So they took me to our village so that we could be in our village house area and whatnot. That was I remember that. It's quite traumatizing. But anyway, I don't know if that's the product she's talking about. I don't recall the name of the product, but well, that was a skin battle too. Let me see. There's another one. I was like 13 and I read online egg whites and something else could make a good face mask. I have so many issues with using face masks. I don't know. They haven't particularly worked for me. I tried using face masks early when I first started having acne. I think probably like 3 years after I started having acne, I was like 14 or thereabouts. And I would use all these like drying face masks. Now, I don't know if you consider Nixoderm a face mask because I don't know what that product is. If you had acne in Nigeria, you definitely have tried Nixoderm. You would have tried Nixoderm. So I used that. I used there are a bunch of face masks that I have tried. I think the last face mask I tried was Neem. Is it Neem or Vim? I think it's Neem, Neem. So I tried that and I don't know, it wasn't really doing anything to me. People suggest using this clay mask product. I can't remember the actual name, but it's popular on YouTube. Like people mix it with maybe water or something and then they put it on their face for a while. I guess it works for some people, but I'm pretty much scared of trying any mask. These days I pretty much just use my acne.org products and I use a moisturizer. That's it. Now I'm saying toothpaste for spots. Well, you know these hacks that you find on this short 1 minute craft, or I don't even know, or 5 minute hacks or stuff like that. I have tried using toothpaste and nothing. Doesn't work for me. Has not worked for me. Doesn't work for me. I also tried I saw one hack about using the Advil clear gel, the Advil you use for headaches and whatnot. So you pop the gel pills, and then you use the liquid and rub it on your acne. It grew bigger the next day. That's what happened. So I didn't try it again after that. Someone said using Centives as now is it Centives or Centives? I really don't know how it's pronounced, to be honest, but I used that early. I used that from when I started having acne. That was a disaster. I feel like that's pretty much when I first started having acne, it should just be on my nose, on my cheek. Like it wasn't everywhere. My face did not feel like, but once I started using that thing, I feel like all the pimples just multiplied. They just became like gravel. My face became like gravel. So I don't use anything that I have to like scrub on my face anymore. I don't do mechanical exfoliation anymore. I prefer chemical. This one says rubbing chapstick on top of pimples. I've not tried that, but well, I've not heard it before either, so I don't know. This one says that I use baking soda, ACV. Yeah, I've already mentioned ACV before. I'm not trying it. I haven't tried using baking soda, have I? I don't think so. I don't think I've used baking soda before. I don't know, anything that just feels like it's going to seriously dry my face, I kind of avoid it these days. This one talks about using coconut oil. Now, I used to use coconut. I haven't been using makeup regularly, but when I was doing makeup before COVID, when makeup was like, often, I'll use the coconut oil to like wipe it off. So that's what I used to do. But I don't know if maybe I don't know what effect it has on, treating acne or taking care of acne. I don't trust it to do that. I pretty much just use to wipe up makeup and then wash my face after. Let's see. This one says, besides scrubbing my face with lemon, someone told me that tears were good for acne. So I made sure that every time I cried, I tried to rub my tears over my face. Huh? Okay, I never heard that tears are good for acne, but wow, okay. Okay, I never heard that one. That's weird to me. So what now? Do you store your tears in a bag or something for night treatment or something? That's just weird. This one says, this random old lady came up to me as serious and said, you have acne, sleep with a tampon overnight and rub it on your face in the morning and it will clear up. I don't get. So I'm trying to understand. Does she expect you to insert a tampon and then bring it out and then rub it on your face? Jesus Christ. Okay, I've never heard this one before, but wow, okay, interesting. God forbid. But this one says, wash your face with blue soap. Okay, I don't know what blue soap is. I'm guessing it's laundry soap. No, never heard that, never tried that. Put wee on my face and my spots will go away. I heard this one. I think I was on a bus randomly. I can't remember well, but I think I was on a bus somewhere in Lagos and some random person just told me to pee. The first pee that I get in the morning, I use it to wash my face. God. I don't know how to feel. I don't know how to feel about the advice, but I wish I can see that person there and give the person a slap shot. This one says, use tea tree oil, coconut oil. I have tried using tea tree oil on my face. I don't know what it does, to be honest. It just dries out the pimple. I think it's good for for dealing with dirt and whatnot, but I don't know if for dealing with germs on your face and stuff, but I don't know if it actually deals with the pimple as much. And especially if you have hormonal acne, I don't know if a lot of the skincare products would do your face justice. They might just help you manage and stuff. And this one says use lemon and garlic. Ooh, I've never tried to use garlic on my face. Or have I? No. I even avoid garlic for other other health related problems, but lemon and garlic, nope. Let's input it on your face. I actually read at one point, maybe 2 years ago, thereabouts, where some lady from some country was storing the semen of the men she sleeps with so that she could use it to take care of her skin. And she says that's her skincare secret. I don't know. People are weird though. But wow, okay. Please don't let him put it on your face. Thank you. This one says, using regular soap on my face. Ooh, I was using regular soap on my face for a good long time. I think I pretty much did that for a good part of, at least for the first maybe 7-8 years of dealing with acne. I definitely used my regular soap. I did not know. And at some point they were telling me, there was this Dettol skincare. It was pink. That the one they say specifically for skin. It was the pink Dettol soap. I used that for a while. It did absolutely nothing to my face. Did not help me in any way. Let me see. When did I start using actual skincare? I think I was in uni when I started using actual skincare products where I'd use Clean and Clear to face wash and all that stuff. But yeah, that was the time in my life. It says use toothpaste all over your face. I mentioned using toothpaste before. I tried it. I know that I did absolutely nothing. But I know there was also a time when I used in early uni, I'll use toothpaste on my face, then I'll now steam my face. that feeling. I don't know if it's a Nigerian thing or a general thing with people, where if the product is burning your skin, if you feel sensations and all that, it means that it's working and it's working well. Yeah. Someone says oily skin doesn't need moisturizer. Yeah, I definitely did not moisturize my skin for a long time because I thought that my skin was too oily, so applying any moisturizer would just make it worse. Now I've realized that my skin does need a lot of moisture, and I tend to apply a lot of moisturizer on my skin daily. I put a lot so that my skin can soak it up. Right now I'm using Vanny cream, and I think so far I'd say it's the best moisturizer I've had. Then the next one I would say is the is it Neutrogena, the hyaluronic moisturizer, the one with hyaluronic acid. I think that's the next one. But right now, still say the Vanny cream is my top for the moment. I haven't used Vanny cream with makeup, so I don't know how that's going to turn out. But for now, I'm just using Vanny cream as my moisturizer. Let me see. This one says bentonite clay. I think this is that clay I was talking about. Bentonite clay and apple cider vinegar. I don't trust it. This one says black soap, tea tree oil, swatch with apple cider vinegar, Aztec. Ooh, yeah, this is that clay that is popular on YouTube. Aztec Indian clay mask. I don't trust it. Rosehip oil. Well, I think I won't say I'm completely over trying natural products, but I'm just quite wary of them, so I kind of avoid them a lot. I just like to use things that, simple products, but not necessarily natural, because I don't know, those things, I don't trust them to work on my own face that much. This one says benzoyl peroxide. Now I use benzoyl peroxide. This person says benzoyl peroxide solves everything. That benzoyl peroxide solves everything. I never use benzoyl peroxide again. It made my skin so raw. I already have dry skin. Now I don't know. My skin is oily and basically combination, so oily, dry. So my T-zone is oily and then the outer side is dry. I use benzoyl peroxide to treat my acne. Salicylic acid, I'm not a fan. I've tried the products and they don't work for me as much as benzoyl peroxide does. So I think this is like to each his own. Whatever works for your skin. For me, benzoyl peroxide, the one from acne.org, every other benzoyl peroxide I've tried do not work. They don't work. So I just stick to the one from acne.org and I use just that, and I use vanilla cream as my moisturizer, and that's pretty much it. I use any cleanser that I find on the market, to be honest. The one from acne.org, I didn't feel like it was doing anything special on my face, and all the other ones I've tried, I haven't really found a cleanser that I'm like, okay, I can't do that particular cleanser. I use really any cleanser at this point. So that's pretty much the regimen I've created for myself. I tend to exfoliate. I use the acne.org what's that thing called, AHA. I use that, but it's not a regular thing. I can use maybe once a week or once in 2 weeks, stuff like that. Just exfoliate, chemical exfoliation every once in a while. So this one says the skincare advice she received. So my grandma, bless her heart, once she told me that I had to slather my very first period blood over my face to ensure perfect skin for the rest of my life. I couldn't bring myself to do it, but maybe that's why I don't have perfect skin. Wait. Wow. Okay, so I think, how old people just have the very weird but interesting advice that sometimes people claim that it worked for them, which to be honest, I just think they're lying. But since they're older, the advice must be good. What if your first period was like you didn't see it as much? Maybe it was a spot. So is that the one that you're going to use and rub over your face from something that probably stayed your underwear and stuff? I don't know. That's just weird. Anyway, this one says using Cetaphil. I used Cetaphil for a while. I feel like I was just rubbing something on my face for the sake of rubbing it. It did nothing to my skin. For people who have had acne, they claim that it worked for them, while they use it with other products. But I don't know. That thing does absolutely nothing to my face. It's just there. It just sits on my face and my skin doesn't absorb it. So I don't know. I stopped using it after that. I think that's pretty much it. That's the last one I found. Like I said, my regimen basically is just to wash my face with my cleanser. I'm currently using Clean and Clear. Before that, what was I using? I had used Cetaphil for a while. Then I said something else I used before. I used Neutrogena as well. I really wasn't seeing any fantastic thing the skincare, the cleanser was doing other than just washing my face clean. So it just does the job of cleaning my face. So that's okay for me. And after I use that, I'll use the benzoyl peroxide from acne.org. I use that because it works for treating acne for me. I just use it on the acne. If I have any pimple, acne anywhere, I'll just use it on that area. And if I have nothing on my face, I just go straight to my moisturizer, which is vanilla cream, and then I use my sunscreen, which is Neutrogena, and that's it. That's pretty much my skincare regimen at the moment. Not doing anything specific. I intend to at some point go see a dermatologist because I need to get rid of some blackheads. I don't want to do it myself because I'm failing at doing it myself. So I just go see a skincare specialist, deal with the blackheads that I have. When I started having acne, I did not have a facial until so let's say I started having acne around say 2006 or thereabout, or 2005, can't remember right now. After doing that, dealing with that on my own, I had a facial that kind of got rid of a lot of the blackheads that I had on my face, and I did that around 2010 or 2009. I'm not too sure about the dates right now, and since then I have not had an actual skincare facial. So I'm really looking forward to doing that sometime this year or early next year, but I'm guessing sometime this year, as soon as everywhere's completely opened up here, and as soon as I find a black because I'm really just looking for a black person, to be honest. I don't know if I'm down for trying people that do not know how to work with people of color, so I'm really just looking for a black person, to be honest. But yeah, I would do an actual facial and, deal with blackheads and stuff so that my skincare products can, really get in there. If you've had acne and you've not visited any dermatologist or anything, I would advise that you do so while you're trying, drugstore and whatever products you find on YouTube. Anyway, that's pretty much it from me today. I hope that you enjoyed my reaction, and I hope to see you in another episode next week. So the question I'd ask this week, I don't know if this is a topic I really want to delve into, but I'll just ask, because someone suggested that I ask. So, can you date your friend's ex? I feel like most people already have answers to this question, and people will probably lean towards, the side that I think they will lean towards, but I might just be shocked. So, can you date your friend's ex? I think that's the question for the week. Alright, that's it from me today. See you guys in another episode. Bye!